The following is a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is Black Hollywood Live, The Beat, featuring the week's roundup and commentary on music news. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host of Black Hollywood Live, The Beat.
What up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Jesse Jane here in studio for Black Hollywood Live's The Beat. I am joined by Sir Cameron Penny.
That's right, Jesse. What's good, brother? Happy to be back. We here for another week of The Beat. Got a great show.
Yes, and we had to specifically play this intro for what?
Because, it's Compton. When I was a kid growing up in Ohio, DJ Quick was one of my first rappers I heard in this song, just like Compton. And then we have a guest on the show today who represents Compton like nobody else. And we're going to talk to him later on. So it was fitting for today's event.
Yes. In studio with us now, I am Compton.
Yo, what's the word?
What up? You have a new project, New Comp City.
Definitely.
And little throwback to some heavy hitters on your latest single, Money to Spend.
Okay.
Easy.
Definitely.
Sample.
Legend.
And this is the closest I've been to Compton. Even though I've lived in LA, I haven't went to Compton because I need to have a pass or so. I don't. You don't want to hit the wrong street. I want to be like, oh, wait a minute. So if I go down there with you, then I know I'm passing blunts. I got blunts. I got blunts.
You definitely get.
I appreciate that.
Boy, take you to the east side.
That side. Been everywhere. You good? All right. So yes, before we start talking about that and play some of your videos. There's some stuff in the news we got to talk about.
Okay.
So the research, there's a new research study talking about illegally downloaded projects. Hip hop is the number one illegally downloaded genre. We talked about being the number one most streamed on iTunes last week.
Yep.
So not only are people paying for it to be streamed, but they're also illegally downloading it. I mean, if you're reading this it's too late. Drake's latest project.
Sorry,
you
that's my beer can under.
To keep it live for y'all.
Right.
So that project, was one of the first ones to go platinum, and it's also the number one most illegally downloaded.
That's crazy.
So it goes to kind of say with the record industry is, does it matter? They're always worrying about trying to stop people from illegally downloading. Does it really matter?
It matters a whole lot, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Taylor Swift, who is probably the biggest pop star on earth selling out the Staples Center every night, is not affected by it. Country isn't affected by it. Other genres of music, hip-hop was number one for them. That means that Taylor Swift's audience, her core, her people are purchasing her album. But yet the black community will steal your music, but will go buy a $500 belt. And they'll play for the image, but they won't pay $13 to support my man's album. But Taylor Swift people are buying T-shirts, tickets, driving from city to city, following her.
Why?
It's the mentality in the black community, man. It's deep.
But why?
Well, let's ask our guest today.
Why would you say that's the mentality in the black community?
It's just what it is.
And he didn't say that. You said that. Now you're asking him to speak for you.
I'm saying, it is what it is. It's always been like that with everything. You know what I'm saying?
If we can get
they ain't have nothing, so we just took it. Just take. That's all they know until they can afford to do stuff like that. And then the people who do, which I know there are people who support even in industry it the right way because they went through that struggle and know how hard it is to not have that support that some artists are like they grew up in that.
Right, and with hip hop being such a mass audience, a lot of the purchasers of hip hop are white kids.
Yeah.
So, the black community, it's like, can I get the Jordans or am I going to spend $10 for this new game CD that just came out today? The documentary.
Right, because you can't get Jordans for free.
Because you ain't getting them for free.
But I can get the game's new album for free here.
Free, but it's a mentality, but I don't think it's an excuse. I just think that it's just something that they grew up in and they just do.
A little bit of me kind of blames hip-hop artists because You don't see pop bar. You never seen Britney Spears Instinct slanging mixtapes like, yo, here's some free music for y'all. No, bitch. You want the single, even if I'm going to give it to you for free, you're going to have to buy a Happy Meal to get that CD that only had one song on it.
Right.
The hip hop, Lil Wayne done put out an album, and it's like, well, I can't afford the album, but that's fine. He just dropped a mixtape too.
Right.
So it's like, well, I can't listen to it.
You're comfortable. Like,
you know?
everybody giving away free stuff, so why I need to buy it?
Right. And with hip-hop being such a dominant and stream and legal downloads, the music wears off fast. They love it so much, they hear it so much. So as a hip-hop artist, you have to continuously feed their ears. You got to continuously feed that hunger because they love you so much. You know, Britney, you know, you're already hearing Taylor Swift on the radio 25 times a day. So,
I don't even want to know the words to Wildest Dreams. I'm mad that I even know that that is a song of Taylor Swift.
Her last album was good though. I can't.
No, I mean whatever. It's cool.
Blank Space was a great produced record.
Yeah,
that song was everything. And Wildest Dreams, like, what blew out my mind also is that EDM was not even one of the top 3 most downloaded. I'm like,
they support.
Fuck is buying this shit.
They support their people, man. That's what black people we need to do. We need to start supporting each other. It's clothing lines, artists. I like my man Drew over here. How many times a day somebody asks for a free beat? Like, dude, pay for the beat. You the hottest rapper, buy the beat. Okay. A free verse from Compton over here. It's like, well, look, man, I give you a tattoo.
Right, but they got a Gucci belt.
But you got the. But you run your block. You the hottest on the block.
It's crazy.
Right now.
I got this far by bargaining, like tattoos for trade.
Yeah.
So it's like
really,
yeah, that's how people work now. I mean, I was blessed to have that type of talent to offer that. You know, somebody wants something from me. It's like, all right, well, I need this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you in the best industry.
Right.
I need that studio.
Everybody need that tap in the game. Like Chris and all them. Like, yo, Compton the guy to go see for sure. So, speaking of that, my birthday's coming up, and I need a nice something. We gotta barter something. We can barter something.
Definitely.
All right. Well, someone who was not bartering this past week was Nicki Minaj with the New York Times. She sat down for an interview in which the interviewer had asked her if she thrives off drama. And that was in reference to the Drake and Meek Mill beef. And she kind of paused. And she said, well, they're 4 grown-ass men, you know? Right. I don't know why that has anything to do with me. Please don't speak to me like I'm stupid. She went on this whole rant of how dumb this interviewer was and the audacity that this interviewer would even think that a grown woman would thrive off drama in a world today, you know what I mean, where reality TV just is the top-notch thing. Where could I ever pull the thought that a grown-ass woman would be into drama?
Don't get it twisted. Bow down to Queen Nicki. Nicki don't play. Nicki is a black sister from the hood. She'll tell you what it is. And now that she got her fame and her money and these brands behind her, she got a lot more swag and a lot more confidence to come out of her. The interviewer was wrong for saying that and trying to even bring drama into a positive conversation. And, you know, like Nicki said, she said, don't get it twisted with these rappers on Instagram with all these skinny white women who with fake booties and stuff like that. Like, don't play the black women. This whole interview, she felt disrespectful for her trying to play the black women. And we got to give it up for our sisters. And Nicki, she's top dog, and she has not sold out. So I commend her and applaud her for standing up and saying, don't bring that over here, because don't look at us like that. You see us on Instagram, you see me twerking in the Anaconda video, but that don't mean I'm not educated and I know how to speak.
But it's not, okay, but that's not, to me, it doesn't look, I don't know, like as an interviewer, it goes to the point of like, okay, I get that, you know, you're an educated woman. I can see in your bio you went to graduate from college, but you're also twerking. Like, so why can't I ask a question
it's the
about
slut
that?
Walk. It's the Amber Rose.
But why
slut
can't
walk.
I
Don't
ask
do
a
that
question?
to
If
me.
that's what you want to put your art out, you aren't sitting here in your music videos as a college educated woman behind a podium rapping to people. She did in the Why Are You Mad video, I will say that. But it's just like,
I think it was the word drama. I think if it had been sex or something different.
But that's not a crazy question to ask a pop star. Rihanna clearly thrives off drama because that's what motivates the career. Nicki Minaj, what motivates? She murdered Lil Kim.
I think
it's
the
drama.
thrive. I think the word thrive is probably what it is. I mean, a lot of girls are entertained by it. I think the thrive word is like
keyword.
I feed off like I live off that. Like it's a difference because I actually done like if I'm around anybody, I'm like, and I see how girls interact with TV shows and stuff like that, and I'm like, yo, all the reality shows is like women exposing themselves,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and y'all are entertained by this, and I was like, y'all like sometimes I'm like, y'all like drama. They're like, no, I don't like it. It's just interesting to see it, like. So I think the thrive is the key word. It's just how you word it.
And I totally agree with you because so our sister network AfterBuzz TV, we do after shows for TV shows. And the one thing I always say about it, I will watch a Bad Girls Club. I will watch these girls do all this kind of stuff. But the problem is that there's no discussion afterwards. It's like, okay, we're all gonna be running out here acting crazy, but then we don't want to talk about it. Well, that's why there's problems. So Nikki, you can shake your ass. I have no problem with you shaking your ass. But then there has to be a discussion as to like, well, yeah, if you're, and I know it's crazy to say this, but Nicki Minaj, as a role model, needs to say, yeah, that's not really for 7-year-olds to be out here doing.
Right.
And that sounds crazy that we would even have to live in a world where you have to explain that, but we do.
Yeah.
And so for me, Nikki, like, does it come off like you could be involved with this drama? This is your label mate who has beef with your boyfriend, who you're taking pictures down and posting them up, and once you put it online, now there's no more of this like, oh, you stay out of our public life, stay out of it. Once you put your relationship, your public, that is public information.
Well, she's been very quiet. She hasn't really spoke or posted anything, and you know it could be a lot serious. Like Meek and them was from the streets. Them is goons, guys, and if somebody get punched or shot, you know, she don't want no blood on her hands. But you know, it can get real deep, and she just probably don't want to be a part of it because that's not her brand.
I just for the future, maybe just be like, you know what, I don't want to answer that question. I plead the fifth and carry on.
Yeah, because she ran. As soon as they said drama, she was out.
You know? All right. So Toni Braxton, she's got a new biopic on Lifetime coming out. So they just casted Toni, and you know a little information about this?
Oh, no.
Well, you know somebody from
Lexi Scott, right?
Les Scott, yes, my friend. We trained together and stuff like that. But she been working hard. She an up-and-coming actress, but this is probably her breakout joint. I was telling her, she's like, she got to learn how to get her voice deeper and stuff like that, and
put some meat. How's she thick? Has she had good shape? She looked tall in her picture.
Yeah, she
just Tony's very short.
How tall she is. But yeah, she been in the gym. She been like really focused. And I told her this is like a audition for a future job. So she like, so I like think like you get to be an artist
right
for free.
And tell her don't study the Aaliyah movie. Do not go back to that as your
want to be an
screenplay.
Artist, look at it like that. You get to be that. Like,
yeah,
so you get to be Toni, and Toni was like she was the voice for women back in those days, like real women. That's where it started, like you know.
And the best part about it is she's alive, so you can just go hang out with her and talk to
Toni's
her.
got. I think she's EP in the project, so she'll be there to give hands-on insight.
And also make an appearance in the movie as well. All right, so this just came out. I had to talk about it. So Young Chop called Kanye West out for using people. He came out to say, you know what, you can check it on his Instagram, came out to basically say, I just feel like Kanye West uses artists, puts them on a pedestal, and then just leaves them alone and drops them. He's taken the Chicago style. Look at T-Pain. He used him for his auto-tune. Chief Keef used him for his writing. Vic Mensa in the Don't Like situation. Where are you going?
Well, first of all, you can't go at Jesus like that without. You just can't just think you're going to speak against Jesus and his disciples is not going to come at you.
You know what I'm saying?
But first of all, a lot of this started back when Young Chop produced the I Don't Like record for Chief Keef. Kanye took the record, put the record out with his vocals and Jadakiss and Pusha T without letting Young Chop hear it. Now as a producer, it's like, how you gonna put my stuff out without even letting me hear it? So Young Chop had a validated reason for feeling some type of way. But this game moves fast. There's communication. There's people who didn't handle their. You don't know the whole story, but Kanye's a businessman. So if T-Pain's hot, I'm gonna somehow put my influence in that. If this was hot, I'm jumping into that, and that's what he's doing. It's a business.
What are you thinking?
I mean, hey.
Is he crying? Is it a cry story, or is it like?
It's like, how come you ain't called me yet? Young Chop just want a phone call. He want a phone call. Kanye has not called him, apologize about the I Don't Like record, so he feels some type of way. Like, I'm from Chicago, you from Chicago. I need some of that Kanye money. Well, sign me the good music. That's what it's a cry for help.
But is it also a point where we talk about this with Beyonce all the time? Beyonce Michael Jackson. They watched things that have already happened. They put their spin on it and they add it to their situation. But if Kanye West asks you, hey, you want to hop on this track? Hey, you want this credit? And you ain't doing shit but fucking cooking whatever you're doing in your kitchen.
It's Kanye West. It's like you're never going to get that big of a platform.
That's the plot. There's your payment. You know, like a little bit. Yeah, now, if Kanye West keep coming back and it's use, but to me, there's a certain level of platform.
Yeah, I don't know the full extent on how. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Young Chop was like, we already had 1 million+ views without Kanye.
That's cool, but did you have $1 million+
That's cool,
dollars?
but you ain't exactly. It's like, come on now, you got way more views and way more. That's how I was really kind of introduced to that Chicago sound. The Kanye record was the record that was played in the club the most. So Young Chop, but Kanye called up Young Chop and talked to him like, "Hey, brother."
He on Instagram. Just warning you. All right, last topic. So it's our what the fuck section because this is fucking scary. So there's these 2 rappers. One goes by the name of Stitches, and the other one goes by, I'm assuming now he's going by Ink Star. He used to go by Ink Monstar, Inky Ink, and so this is the picture of them. Quite animated guys. Basically, they put out a diss track to Kylie Jenner and Tyga called Kyga, She's a Liar. And in it, I'm gonna just go over some of the lyrics. Now, he did this after he released a Instagram DM conversation between him and Kylie, which I'm just like, you're a grown man. Like, why are you doing this? One. So some of the lyrics are, "Fuck that." I'm gonna title it Pan, Tyga. You can figure out what Pan stands for. If she pussy ass. If she say she ain't fuck, she's a lie. Then he talks about nutting on her chest, calls him a pussy some more, and it kind of sounds like that. So yeah, I'm just confused.
I'm confused because that's new news to me. So I'm
well, first of all, this guy Stitches, according to his police report, has been arrested 10 times since he was 14.
I'm not gonna say too
married
much
with 2 kids.
I want him to find me in the streets.
Which is not wrong, but the whole arrested 10 times thing seems like he's reaching for something. I mean, you know attention. What? When I first heard the story, I'm like, you know what? He could have smashed Kylie.
Believe it. Well, I don't know. First of all,
he could have.
I can picture him, the Ink's Monstar. I believe that.
But she was 18-year-old girls be real airheaded. You know, you spit some adult game.
Well, then what the hell is Kylie into? That's what I'm worried about.
She was reaching. She was just drunk one night. I don't know.
Like
I don't know the
Horror Story.
But it's a believable story to some point.
That's crazy.
What are you thinking about this?
I don't know she grew up in a whole different world.
Exactly. You don't know.
So I really don't know. I mean, that's the first time I heard about that. I mean, I think I heard about the DM thing with the other guy, but I didn't hear about the song and stuff like that. That's crazy.
I don't know.
But I mean, it's something nowadays it's hard to tell because some people reaching just for fame. It's like really hard to believe anything. It's like, let me see, and that's why you got all these blogs, little Instagram blogs that just post pictures and try to get content or like submit this. Like they just want it to be messy to try to expose anything possible.
Exactly, and it gets to a point where it's like,
well,
go ahead.
How do you deal with that? I know you have a personal side and a family and all that. How does that?
In a high-profile relationship.
How does that handle? How do you handle that with trying to just balance, who you are being from Compton and?
It's weird because I think that was just me coming from Compton. I feel like making it out the city, you can make it through anything. So all that fake stuff, it don't really bother me that much. It's like if it's in my face, then I'm gonna address it. If it's something disrespectful, something in my face, but knowing it exists, it's like I know what I signed up for. It's gonna be a lot of bullshit, politics, and all that, and I know people have their opinions. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's like really 2 different worlds. You come from the streets, you tied up. We got a Disney,
it's
and it's like how do they try to make it?
It's like I see both, and then from there I could, figure out what I want to do.
I could put a suit on too and clean up. Don't get it twisted.
I see both. So and I'm proud that I came up the way I came up.
Right.
Like, it's a different knowledge, awareness, it's a whole different IQ. It's just like growing up, living,
So
surviving.
in this kind of a situation, I mean, we haven't heard anything from Tyga. Does it get to a point where it's like, do you even speak on it? Do you allow it to exist? Are we breathing too much life into it? If you were Tyga, if you were in his position.
If I was him, it's weird because they in a different light. They in like a reality light. They like the Kardashians. It's like a big, you know what I'm saying? They are under a big scope, and I think they aware of that stuff too. So it's a little different. It's kind of hard not to address it because you're already like tapped into that market. You know what I'm saying? But like say a Beyonce, Jay-Z, who is strictly music, it's like I don't hear y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna make these records.
Yeah, plus Tiger's been out there with the transsexual girl. That's been
like,
in the news lately.
Once you tap into that reality world, it's like green light.
No,
basically, once you get with a Kardashian, you just got to deal with everything that's about to come with it.
It's no filter.
The Kardashian is coming.
Dude. You having alien babies, it's just like no stopping it. All right, let's talk about some new music. So what we do here is we're going to play some videos for you. You're going to watch them, take a listen, then give us your thoughts on it. The first one, his name is Rory, featuring Tom Morello. The song is called Friends. Rory featuring Tom Morello, Friends. Cool little story about that video is, so he's from Atlanta, and to shoot the video, what he did was went on Twitter and asked his fans if he could get rides to each place along the lines to get to Chicago. So they shot the whole video from Atlanta to Chicago through random people who picked him up and helped him get there. What did you think of the song?
It was cool. It was different. Yeah, it was different. Is always good. What you just said, that's pretty clever,
right?
Creative and a good way to engage in fans and stuff like that.
Definitely felt like an urban Outfitter soundtrack.
Yeah, one thing I like about that song is why I like the internet and social media, because it shows the influence and the power he has. I mean, without the social media and everything that he put together, we wouldn't have seen that song the way we see it now. That was a great record. The harmony, the sound, the story behind it. That's how you get discovered. That's how you go to the next level, because the power of the internet, having his own cameras, having YouTube, having a platform to put it out. So that's what's up. We should definitely hear that song again.
There you go, Rory. McDonald's, pick it up. Put some fries in like a circle shape.
Do something crazy with that.
All right, next we have Mapai, and the song is called Orphan. This is just a really dope song. Interesting one.
It goes music, love, melancholy shrugs, reflection of the red sky. Show no love, no mercy to them weirdos. My soul's dispersed, humble in the past, future's black. The sun is cursed. It's like I got the earth on my palms. I'm mad calm, arms and neck, shit, perennial scripts. It's lifelong, however, taking time out. That shit is real, but the sky's infrared, yo, with beams to kill. If I shall die, I would say no one is to blame for my lonely heart. 'Cause this city's dead off with his head. They put us all to shame. Problems still unsolved. You better choose your life. You're losing life. You're losing life.
Mapai, Orphan. What you think of that one, Comp?
No, it's dope.
You like that?
Yeah,
I thought it was a really cool sound. I was not expecting her to start going into that rap the way she did.
Yeah, she might have another side to her. She might be a Gemini.
Yeah.
Because she seems like she'd bring it.
You better look at people's horoscopes. Last but not least, 7th Streeter featuring Hit Boy Boomerang. We need to get 7th Streeter in here because she's my bae. I love her.
She thick. I think her and B.O.B. broke up.
Did you say she's thick?
All these curves,
Okay.
and all this face, getting all this work, and still you wanna go and act up. I've been up, getting all this dough. Somebody don't add up. Somebody don't add up. That's how you feel, how you let me go, and I'm so real. I be in the kitchen like your mama did that. Tatted on your body, shoulda never did that. Woo, that's an autograph. Fuck another bitch, she gon' know that I was there. Woo, about to pass out. Running on my pressure, about to throw that ass out. Oh no, and get off me. You been doing shit like this for too often. But you were lying and just saying you crossed it. I need an explanation, tell me right now. Coming on, trying to tiptoe, turn the lock slow, so I won't know what time.
7th Streeter Boomerang. I love everything about that damn video.
Yes.
It was like, just brings me back to a nostalgic place in life.
Yeah, that's crazy. That mug hard.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right. So New Comp City.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. It's your newest project. What on this album are we gonna expect from you? What is it that you want to deliver? Obviously, we got some dope, very different types of sounds with it. Your first single, "Money to Spend," hyphy.
Yeah, Money to Spend, produced by Divine, Rock Nation. That joint, with the easy samples out of here. You know what I'm saying? I had to make my presence felt on that joint.
So wait, you just heard that beat and were like, "I need this."
I was
this
working.
song?
I was
Or it was
working.
like specifically for
I was
you?
working, and then they was like, I had a lot of people pulling producers in and stuff like that. And out of all of them, I'm like, yo, that's, if anybody can do it, I could do it. I'm from the East Side. That's the hood. You know what I'm saying? That's the family. Lil Easy, the Kellys. That's all my niggas. So I'm like, that's for me. Period.
And
Like, I need to do that.
We have a clip from the video. Let's take a look. Money to Spend.
Proper big pills, then I fly big bands, I make ends. That's how it go. When you got money to spend, money to spend, money to spend, money to spend. When you got money to spend, money to spend, money to spend, money to spend. When you got proper big pills, then I fly big bands, I make ends. That's how it go. When you got
I am Compton I am. Been getting money, so it's money that I spend. Unlimited ends. I can buy your friends, aunties, mama, but first your girlfriend. Everybody rent paid, gon' get your hair done. Manicure, pedicure, take some extra funds. Holla at me later, I think I hit the jackpot. Get so much ass, I forgot how to jack off. Wax on, racks on racks on racks. I got customers, I do tats on tats on tats. Bread so long that I turned it to a mattress. Ask my baby mama Hershey, your favorite actress.
proper big pills, then I fly big bands, I make ends.
Yes. Money to Spend. I
Yeah,
loved
that's
everything
crazy.
about it. I got
I
so
love
turned
that.
when I heard
I love
that.
that.
Yeah, I remember you dropped it on SoundCloud.
Yeah, that's
sent a link.
that's my joint right there.
That's a good
That's
record.
the joint.
It made me want you to actually do a song with like Dipset.
Dipset? That's
just-
what you felt? Dipset?
That's what I felt from that. It made me want a little East Coast West Coast.
I mean,
crossover
it
situation.
definitely had that East Coast feel. That's what was dope about it. You know what I'm saying? It came from over there, so it was like somebody who liked something from the West Coast was like, let me make something for over there. You know what I'm saying? And pitch it to me, and it was like, I need that.
And then you just dropped a second music video last week,
Yeah, it's called Fake New Route.
and it has a Houston sound to it, kind of.
The intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's actually we just combined two different songs. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I was like, yo, that mug hard. I was like, put both of them. I didn't finish the first one, and I did it, and I made a song called New Route that was talking about the same thing but in a different sense. I'm like, man, put them both together. You know what I'm saying? Like, break it up and put them together, and let that. And I'm kind of helped him produce it like that, and it sounded crazy when we did it. It was like, I'll leave it.
It does sound crazy.
But I went in,
like, wait,
I
where
went
are we
in the
going
lab
with this?
just really off of how I was feeling. Like, it's fake stuff going on in studios all the time. And I went in there and I was just like, turn the mic on, you know what I'm saying? I started just freestyling that, and he kept it, and then we combined the other song. And then it just was perfect because it was pertaining to the same subject, basically.
Is that kind of how you like to put your projects together, as far as just feeling off of whatever the vibe is that you're going through at that specific time, and then listening to some beats?
I made a lot of records, and then I have a lot of East Coast friends too. So being that I have a lot of East Coast friends, that when they come to the lab, they tell me what they hear. You know what I'm saying? So it don't keep me just in a box of just giving like a West Coast sound all the way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, I would want to hear something like this from like a West Coast artist do something like this. I'm like, okay, dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I play ball, so I take it. You know what I'm saying? Notes and criticism, like, coach, what you think I need to work on? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I'll put that in my music. And
are you traveling a lot, East Coast to West Coast?
yeah, I actually have been traveling. I went to Chicago, recorded the first song on New Comp City is called East Compton, and the Buchanans did that. They produced What More Can I Say? I want to say with Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
And they did one off on that project too. I did that in Chicago with Lupe Camp, First and 15th. We recorded in the west side of Chicago, like in the hood, like in the alley, like it was crazy.
It's just like Compton.
Yeah, definitely. You feel me? So I was like, oh, this is crazy.
You wanted to bring the energy.
Yeah, I did that. I did a few shows, Sway, Hip Hop Nation series. I did the whole radio little run out there in New York too.
And how has the East Coast kind of taken to this fusion of, I don't even want to just call it East Coast and West Coast sound, because I feel like you took pieces, like you said, from Chicago and even that Houston sound. I feel like there's so many.
Oh yeah,
different
I was in Houston, Chicago, Atlanta with the Turn It Up featuring Rich Homie Quan. I mean, I was bouncing all around. Like,
and you did some international touring.
Yeah, I went on tour with Quan to Canada in February. He had a tour from Toronto to Vancouver, Montreal. We hit like 9 cities out there. It was crazy. Like from the East Coast to the West Coast, the whole side. It was crazy.
And you started off by tattooing, and so how has that really kind of helped your rap career?
The tatting, to fast forward, once I tatted Puff, I was already tatting people in the mix, but once I tatted him, it was just like he twitted it and it was out of here. You know what I'm saying? More people in the industry that they was aware, you know what I'm saying? And it was like a cosign, it was a stamp, like, oh, if Puff can get tatted, then I can.
What did he get tatted?
He got a Basquiat crown on the back of his neck called, it said King of Kings. And before I did it, he was like, man, you better get excited. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see this view? You know what I'm saying? So he was kind of popping off because I'm chill.
You went to his crib?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. In Beverly Hills. It was crazy. I'm like, wait, Puff done set up shop in L.A. like this? I'm like, he getting it. I'm like, he getting over here living at the top, looking down at everybody. I'm like, that's crazy. So I'm sitting there like trying to make sure I get it right. And he going, man, call up Ross. Call up. He's just throwing that. Call up Kevin. You know, Kevin popped up. You know, Kevin Hart popped up. But he was trying to put the pressure on me. And I was just chilling, laughing. Like, that's funny. You know
that's what's up.
And as far as like when you are tatting, does your music come to you during that time, or is it kind of like you separate the arts?
I did it after. I got a record called I Did It, and I made it after I left his crib.
Oh, inspired.
So I'm riding down Laurel Canyon or one of those streets, Coldwater, one of them, riding down through the mountains, passing all the mansions, all that, and I just start going in. Like, first I tatted Diddy, then I tatted not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was just going in like that. It was crazy.
And then you actually, TMZ showed you you removed Nicki Minaj off of Safari.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Well, you didn't remove her. You put some roses.
Yeah, she
you
disappeared.
Buried her in the dirt in the roses crew.
It was just business. It wasn't nothing personal. It was just like, you know, we work out at the same gym, and I did one of his tattoos before, and he was like, man, I need to get, every time somebody see me, they want to get a tat. That's the first thing that clicked. Like, oh yeah, I need to get tatted. So he was all in the media, and then he was like, yo, I need to cover this up. I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, you all in the media for that. Like, yeah, you do need to. I didn't even pay attention. Like, yeah, you got a whole portrait of her like on your arm. You probably wake up to that every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So him bringing it up, I'm like, yeah, I got you. I'm sure. He's like, you see something? I'm like, man, I got you. So he came through and he was like, I want some roses. I kind of like roses, how they look and stuff like that. I was like, all right, cool. And I just figured it out and went from there. But I already knew that I was going to get the job done. And after that, he was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I didn't know it was a burden on me. Like, the next day he hit me. It was like, I woke up and I didn't realize, like, I was seeing that all the time. You know what I'm saying?
No shade to the original tattoo artist. You didn't do the Nicki Minaj tattoo, did you?
Nah.
Because I was like, who the fuck put that on his arm?
That was early Nicki.
I was trying to look like.
Yeah, I was tripping. I'm like,
how does that look like Nicki Minaj?
It was crazy.
Shout out to Confused Muscles, by the way, out there.
Definitely.
That's not the trainer.
Nah, that's the trainer. Yeah, that's one of our trainers. Yeah, Confused Muscles.
All right, so you're also in a relationship with Miss Kyla Pratt.
Uh-huh.
And now she's filming a lot in Atlanta. You also have a child with her.
Yeah, I have 2 daughters.
Two daughters with her. What has family life been like with this career? I mean, do you ever get into the point of thinking about, well, my daughters are going to be listening to some of the stuff that I put out there. Does that ever have any influence in your artistry?
Honestly, I have thought about that. In the beginning, when we first started dealing with each other, I put out a song called Superhead, and I wasn't even thinking about like what you thinking about. I already made the song, and I finally just was able to put it out, and I put it out, and just so happened, they finally like she was working on something, so like press release things, like, oh, they married, this and that, and just start putting out media stuff. I'm like, wait, when did we get married? Like, what's going on? Right. You know what I'm saying? She was looking, oh, that's crazy. Like, I don't know who put that story. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I wasn't aware of how, like what y'all was asking me earlier, do you respond to certain stuff or what? It was brand new to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my first experience. And like when her family members hit me up when I released the song, and I was like, yo, people's tripping. Like, what's going on? It was like, man, you can't be doing that. I'm like, what? I can make any music I want to. But I realized how he was looking at it because he a part of.
Yeah, you trying
like
to protect the brand and her image.
You know what I'm saying? Her image, the brand. But I'm like, in the beginning, I never really wanted that to come out. I wanted to do my music stuff before
that
we was even affiliated in any type of way. But it didn't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? And it backfired in the beginning. And then I had to just
what was that like waking
out.
up? What was the feeling? What was just the mood?
Did she call you like or send you a text like?
Yeah, how did you feel? Was you feeling like not a scared, but like, wow, I can't, was it like a lot at one time?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot because I wasn't aware of blogs and none of that. I was still just doing my own thing. I was popping. I was always popping in the city and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was aware of those things.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of fake friends and hate and just like it was just weird because I guess being in LA and it's only a handful like her, Megan Good, Raven Simone,
black actors.
Yeah, so a lot of people look at them like, yo, I want that girl one day. You know what I'm saying? Me, I was looking at Holly Berry and Jada Pinkett. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even thinking like that at that time. I'm like, I always was interested in the older, more, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. Nia Long.
Nia, like I wasn't even, we talk about that type of stuff. But we not, I'm going to really get her. You just say those things as growing up.
I still want Nia or Holly. Yeah, like if y'all out, for sure.
So yeah, it just happened so fast, and I just had to adapt. You know what I'm saying? So over this time, I had to adapt and reevaluate how I want to present stuff, and know, you know what I'm saying? Know people are watching and listening, and
had Eddie Murphy call you up one day like, yo, what's we about to do this Dr. Doolittle and
right, something else. Nah, but yeah, I went through that, and I understood it. You know what I'm saying? Her uncle, Geronimo Pratt, was Tupac godfather.
Right,
and he, you know what I'm saying, Black Panthers, the whole nine. So I started really understanding how it was looking and stuff like that. So I was able to really pay more attention. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that out of that situation.
Right.
But it was like, yo, I didn't tell them to put out these stories.
Yeah.
Like, the media did that.
They always
like,
gonna try to make
you know
you
what I'm
media
saying?
take
Like,
out of how you
now
looking
I'm going to be
silly.
the bad guy forever now because, like, who is this thug who got her? It's like, y'all don't even know how it even happened. You know what I'm saying? But I get it, so I'm not tripping. I'm like, I'm still going to do my stuff, and I'm doing it now. You know what I'm saying? I did it on my own. You know what I'm saying? No help. Like, with my gifts and my talent.
All right.
So New Comp City, are we gonna get a video for every track? Because it looks like you're putting videos up pretty quickly.
I definitely want to do a video to every track, like, for sure. Timing it, I have other projects I'm ready to do and release, and I can't wait. So that project was more of, like I said, I have East Coast friends, and when we listen in the studio, they like, you got bangers, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody out here who just worry about bangers and songs that's just hot radio, like, man, put all the bangers out. I'm like, nah, I want to, like, put out a project to where people can know who I am as an artist, you know what I'm saying? And each song represents something. It started out, it's a catalog. It's like, I wanted it to be like an album, but I gave it away as a mixtape, free, because, as you know, my community, they don't buy. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give, you got to feed the streets, like, here. So I kind of structure it like that, and I saved a lot of it's bangers on there, but I got what they want over here, and then I got a mass of different songs for everybody.
And so then you're working on an actual album?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm a comp 10. That's why it's like New Comp City, I Am Compton, and then I'm gonna comp you 10 records like every couple months.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
And so Compton, where can everyone follow you?
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all social media outlets. I Am Compton, all one word. IAM Compton.
So they can hit you up for features and tattoos.
Hey, we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about some trade, y'all.
I want to work though. You know what I'm saying? Art for art. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So Ink Art Music. That's your brand.
Definitely. Ink Art Music is what represents who I am. That's the three elements: the ink, the art, and the music is the third element. That's what we doing now. That's what I'm trying to establish fully. It's like the ink and the art. I already got that down. IAM, and then Compton is the struggle. Put them together. I Am Compton.
Boom.
I am.
And where can everyone get the
boom? I get it now.
Where can everyone get the mixtape from?
I Am Compton, New Comp City. It's on DatPiff, Live Mixtapes, My Mixtapes. All the videos is on World Star. We've been putting out stuff all year. So I Am Compton. Just Google it, whatever, you can find it.
There y'all have it. Thank you for coming in studio. Definitely. Cam, where can everyone follow you?
Cameron Penny, hit me on the Instagram. I follow back.
Boom. You guys can hit me up everywhere at DJ Jesse J. Also hit us up at BHL Online on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave us 5 stars and a comment. And Cam will call you. Until next week, same time, same place. Peace.
Drewski.
Yeah.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Christie, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Music redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.